everybody. Welcome. It's that time again. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org and on the Facebook, on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And, of course, you can also go to my website, mattconnerton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc. Hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online and Tomorrow Radio. Today is Tuesday, August 10th. 2021. And I'm not alone, my friends. There he is at the news desk, applauding quietly. Eazy-G, Eric Gagnon.
A lot of people that you blast off at the beginning of the show. That's good for you, right?
Yes. A lot of people to blast off.
What's the Tomorrow Radio? What's that about?
Oh, they're in Ireland.
How'd you get in contact with them, or did they contact you?
They come to me, Eazy-G. These international people, they come to me.
Well, the internet is worldwide.
They come to me. I'm the big guy. You know what I mean?
It's worldwide.
Yes, that's the international. Do you know sign language?
No,
because that's actually the sign for worldwide.
We don't. Oh, really? We don't.
Yeah.
We don't
do that again. Just for people watching online. Yeah, that's worldwide in sign language.
We don't disassociate with Manchester. We're all over the world.
All over the world.
Wow.
Yes, isn't that amazing?
It is very exciting.
Yes. Well, it's it's the internet.
Yeah. World Wide Web.
World Wide Web. Yes.
Oh, we got a phone call already.
We do. I do want to finish introducing our guests. So, of course, Amanda McCarthy is here on the couch. Hello, Amanda. Welcome back.
Hello.
And Tom is here as well.
Hello.
Oh, I got to pull you down.
Wow.
You're loud.
Oh, wow. All right.
No, your voice carries. That's a good thing. And we have a call right off the bat. Let's grab this call. Oh, nobody there. And Tom, we were talking before the show. You've been here before, just not on my show. You were on the morning show with Peter White at one point with Amanda, correct?
Yes, I was on the morning show, and then there was like an evening one we did with
with Rob Azevedo, Great State of Mind. That's right. That's right.
And you were on the Weekly Die-On a while back too.
Yes.
Oh wow!
I think
you've been on all the shows here.
I've made the rounds.
everything at WMNH except for Off the Mark Sports.
Yeah, he would definitely like to have you on sometime. He does music too. That guy. He's filled in for you.
On Kyle's show?
No, I was sure he filled in for Rob Azevedo.
He filled in for Rob Azevedo.
He likes the music. Yeah. So maybe next time you're in town, you can reach out to him.
So if I went on the sports show and sang the national anthem, I'd be on all the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I
guess that would work.
Even I haven't been on all the shows yet.
Right.
That's the only one I'm missing is Rob's.
Oh, okay. Yes. And also, too, in the studio with us, he's not in front of a mic, but Mr. Mike Sudderth is here. He'll be with us for the he'll be with us in the second hour for his weekly Tweakonomics segment. But yes, right. Eazy-G invited you. Yes. Very good. Well, Amanda, so what's we haven't seen you here for when was the last time? It was about probably over a year ago, right? It's been at least a year, I think.
Yeah, I want to say just over a year.
And you're living in Nashville, correct?
Yes.
But you're up here visiting and touring. You do this full time now, right? You're a full-time musician?
Yes, thank God. I went to Tennessee, and before I got really situated down there, I had to pick up, whatever jobs I could find. But I am back to full-time music, which is the life I know. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah, fantastic. You have a show tonight, actually, right?
Not tonight.
Oh, no. Oh.
I do tomorrow and Thursday, and then I'm gone.
Our entertainment reporter misinformed me.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah,
I thought you had a show tonight.
No.
You really blew it this time, Eazy-G. What kind of an entertainment? See, you know what the problem is? You don't have your big orange binder with you, your big orange folder. But on Friday, you're going to have your tablet, correct?
I got to get it first, yeah.
Yes. Eazy-G.
Angela Philberg's going to help me with that.
Good. Yes.
That way I'm all set with the password and everything.
Yes. Eric always mentions your show dates in the entertainment report. Of course, if he gets them wrong, really, what good is it?
Wow, another phone call. Wow.
We have a call. We'll grab this. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Matt. This is Ron. Hello, gang.
Hey, Ron.
Easy, you got to move your microphone to the left or to the right because you can't see your face. All you can see is your microphone.
All right.
And Amanda, holy cow. I don't know. All I ever hear is your name through Easy, so I don't know much about you. And I do like country music as much as I like all music. But I don't know if you've got CDs out there or something. I'd purchase one. And I also want to ask you is, do you have a video or anything?
Well, hang on, Ron. I'm just learning. They don't have. You gotta. There's a volume knob. I didn't realize you didn't have volume in the headphones there.
Oh, wait, hang on. I found it.
Yeah.
Now I hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're Ron. She'll clue you in. She knows all about her stuff, obviously.
Yeah. Say that.
No, Amanda, I just had to say I was like so impressed. I don't know if you're selling CDs or albums or any of that stuff yet, but I mean, I would buy your music. That's how impressed I was. And I was also asking because I don't know how established you are, if you've made any videos or anything.
So I'm currently out of physical CDs, but I do have albums out. They're on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon and Google Play and pretty much any online music store you can find my music at. And it has been I've never made like a real professional like music video. I've made some like DIY music videos.
There's some lyric videos on YouTube, right? Of some of your songs.
I just subscribe to your YouTube channels, and Ron can do the same thing.
Yes. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of live videos up there, some lyric videos of my music, and a few covers as well. If you go to youtube.com/AmandaMickMusic or just type in my name, you can subscribe there.
Yeah, you like that?
Let me ask you something. One more question, and then I'll leave you go. Since you're out there in Nashville, have you ever heard of Chandra LaPlume? She makes country music videos.
I have not.
No, okay. She happens to be my cousin, and she makes all professional ones. I mean, she got married at Reba McEntire's ranch. You know, she's
Wow.
does them all, but you know, they're huge. I mean, I think last time I spoke to her, which has been a while, you know, they're starting at 140,000, and they took her all over the world. But my oh my oh my oh my. So I think you're. I told Eric. I said, you know, Eric, you better go put a ring on that finger. Better hurry up.
Oh no.
Well, I think Tom might have something to say. About that.
That's Tom.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, he can do the rock paper scissors with Tom and winner take all.
Oh my goodness! Wow. All right.
Here we go.
All right, goodbye, guys.
There's
Thank you. What a
Ron.
pleasure to hear your voice. You're incredible.
Thank you very much.
Oh boy.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks for the call, Ron. All right. Well.
Yeah, Ron calls all the shows. He's
Yes.
our most famous caller now. I think he's better than me now.
Yes. Yes. We should clarify. The two of you are you're together, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so-
much so.
So,
I'm honestly surprised someone didn't know that.
yeah. Well.
Oh, Ron is a new caller, so
Okay.
he knows nothing about you guys.
Oh, I thought you meant you were surprised Eric didn't know that.
Oh, no. Eric's known that for a while.
Tom's microphone is really loud.
Yeah.
No, it's just I'm not sure why. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, would you like to play something for us?
Sure.
Oh, by the way, I do love that song Tijuana, and I think that's what Ron was referring to. I like the line where you said something about you can't roll your R's. Is that true, or is that just a line in the song?
It is true. I cannot roll my R's. No one wants to hear me try.
I can't either.
Neither can I. Is that 100% of the room that can't do it?
I can't. I don't know, Eric. You probably can't, right? It just seems like something you wouldn't be able to do.
Do what?
Roll your R's.
Roll your R's?
Yeah.
I really thought about it.
I took when I took Spanish in high school, my Spanish 3 teacher said we had to be able to roll our R's to pass the class, and I could never do it. Turned out it was a bluff. I passed anyway, but barely. But yeah,
That's why I took French.
there you go. Yeah, if I haven't attempted, I sound like I'm having a stroke. Like, yeah, I can't do it.
Literally same.
Hey, Matt, I got a quick question there.
Yes.
I was wondering if you or Amanda or Tom has ever played in Canada. I always like to ask musicians that.
Oh, I have played in Canada.
Yes.
No way?
Yes.
Oh, wow, cool.
I've played in Toronto and I've played in Nova Scotia.
Wow, how long ago was that?
Toronto was Thanksgiving of 2018, and Nova Scotia was a while ago. I want to say 2013.
Didn't we do something in Montreal, too?
Did we play in? Oh yeah, we did play in Montreal.
Yeah, we played in Montreal.
How did that happen? 'Cause now, of course, going back and forth, only open today. So how did that happen? Canada tour.
Those were more like low key, like kind of just sign up to play things. They weren't like grand big shows, but
They reached out to you?
no, I just kind of showed up and played some music. But I made fans, so I guess it
Oh,
counts.
wow.
There you go. There you
Wow,
go.
that's really cool.
Absolutely.
I got a question, too, about that April Christmas Long Haul. When's that album going to get released? Has there been a delay on that?
She's working on it. COVID obviously put everything.
Oh, I know she's had trouble with her health lately.
We should clarify why you're asking about that, Eric, because you have a song on that with her, or you co-wrote a song on it. Is that correct?
So Tom and I and 2 other writers, we wrote a song called "The Long Haul" back in 2018, and I knew I loved this song, but I knew I probably wasn't gonna release it. So I showed it to April Cushman, and she loved it. She put it on her album. She named her album after it, which I'm still dumbfounded about, but like in the good way.
Yeah.
And, it's been really awesome to see the process unfold.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so can we hear that song, please?
Is that the one you want me to play it?
I
Oh.
like that song.
I
Oh.
can play it.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's hear
I've heard
it.
April sing it. I've heard you sing it once, and now I can hear you sing it again, please.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Very good. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, Amanda, go for it. I haven't heard this song yet, so this will
There
be
you go.
this will be great.
So for anyone listening on the air, this is called The Long Haul. If you do like what you hear, look it up under April Cushman, not me, because I just wrote it. She is the artist who released it. She's a big fish in a small town. She reels them in, she takes a bow. She don't know what's coming now. She packs her bags, gets on a train to a big old city, but they don't know her name. She don't know how long it takes. It's gonna be a 10-year turnaround, dealing with the runaround. This ain't your kingdom now. This city ain't your throne, like you were back home. You're gonna take the fall if you're in it for the long haul. She's blinded by the city lights, but life's a grind she doesn't realize. Entitlement pays a price. Just another girl among 1,000 crowds, but daddy can't save her in a working man's town. Hey, princess, your marathon is starting now. It's gonna be a 10-year turnaround, dealing with the runaround. This ain't your kingdom now. This city ain't your throne, like you were back home. You're gonna take the fall if you're in it for the long haul. Building dreams takes time. Empires aren't built overnight. You can't just wait in line. It's gonna be a 10-year turnaround. This ain't your kingdom now. This city ain't your throne, like you were back home. You're gonna take the fall if you're in it for the long haul. You're gonna take the fall if you're in it for the long haul. You're gonna take the fall if you're in it for the long haul.
Wow, I love that.
Thank you.
love that. Now, so I have to ask you. So you said you wrote that. Did you write that with her? You said, or
So I actually wrote this song the first time I ever went to Nashville. It was me, Tom, and then two other songwriters, Christian Veach and Crystal Polychronis. And we wrote the song, and we had a demo made of it. And for anyone who knows my music, like, I'm kind of country, but I'm not like country.
Yeah.
And that song was definitely country. And I knew it was such a strong song. I just knew it wasn't like mine to release. But obviously that song was written about like the music industry and grinding. And me and April, we're very similar in that regard. We work hard, and we know that it doesn't just be handed to us. And one day it clicked that I should show her the song, and she loved it and she rolled with it.
yeah. Well, I'm glad now we have a recording of you doing it, because I really like it, and I like it with your voice. But her version isn't out yet, right? Or it is?
It is.
Oh, it is out.
The album is not out yet, but she has a few singles out, and that's one of them.
Gotcha. That is one of them. Okay. Maybe that's why it sounded a little familiar to me. No, but I love it. That's a great song. So what has been going on? So you moved. How long have you been in Nashville now?
I'm approaching a year. Actually, funny enough, I'll still be here, but Thursday will be 1 year in Nashville.
I think, yeah, because I think when you were here the last time, you hadn't made the move yet, or you had just, or maybe you were in the process of moving.
I think I was just about to.
You were just about to, yeah, yeah. So, how's it been as far as just, I mean, that's obviously a very different place than New Hampshire in a lot of ways. I mean, how's the adjustment been, or has it been an adjustment?
As a musician, it's perfect. As a person, like if you take music out of the equation, I don't know if I'm a Tennessee person, really.
Really? Yeah.
But I miss the ocean and I miss good seafood. But for music, it's perfect. And, I really thought that going down there would be harder.
Yeah.
Not to say I'm like famous or anything, because I'm definitely not. But I think a lot of musicians left during the pandemic, and now that things are coming back and I'm there and so many have left, it's given me a lot of room for opportunity I didn't think I'd have so quickly. And
Right.
I'm very just bewildered and grateful for it.
Yeah, yeah. Was it scary kind of making that transition into because you hadn't done this until after you'd moved down there, right, into, just diving in full time, being a musician and touring and everything?
It was definitely an adjustment, because up here I'd been a full-time musician since I was, 18 years old. I'd have a job here and there, but
Yeah.
that was the life I knew. And I went down there and my savings got me by for a few months. I worked the Christmas season at Target, and then on New Year's Day they laid off all of the seasonal employees.
Oh, no kidding.
So I started 2021 being laid off. And then I did a stint at an auto auction. I took images of cars, and then I just blinked and the whole music industry was back, and I just dived back in full time.
Yeah, yeah. And Tom, how about you? How's this all been for you?
So I'm actually a full-time performing musician for the first time ever, really.
Yeah.
Because when I first moved to New Hampshire with Amanda in 2019, I was a full-time musician, but I was teaching lessons, and between gigs and lessons, I just wasn't cutting it. So I got a day job with the company that owns the auto auction.
Yeah.
So when I moved down to Tennessee with her, they were able to transfer me down to that auction. And I actually worked there for about, 8 months. But then once Nashville opened up, I was able to get enough gigs where I could just drum the whole time. And I was able to finally, achieve a dream of becoming full-time just playing drums all day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was able to do 44 shows in July, and that number was unfathomable to me 2 months before that.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
wow.
You know what?
Great.
If this is what I get paid to do, this is what I want. So
good for you.
Thank you.
So so obviously you drum for other, are you also in a band, or?
So I'm a freelance drummer. I mean, I'm primarily Amanda's drummer, but whenever Amanda has acoustic stuff, or, if the schedule dies down, I also do freelance work for other people.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening that wants a drummer, feel free to hit me up, even though I'm not living in New Hampshire. I also do songwriting, like Amanda mentioned. I helped write The Long Haul, and Amanda and I have done other songs together. So
yeah,
I try to be as versatile as I can.
Wow, I didn't know that you were a songwriter too. Wow.
Yeah, pull that mic up.
Oh, I didn't know you were a songwriter. How long's that been going on?
I've been writing songs since high school, off and on.
Really?
I've never dove into it as much as Amanda has, but I've always tried to at least keep a foot in there, just trying to maintain experience songwriting. And I feel in Nashville, I feel like co-writing is a really good tool, just because in Nashville, people love to write with each other.
Yeah.
And you learn so much doing that.
Yeah.
So ever since I moved, a lot of the writing I've done has been pretty much exclusively co-writes. So.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, very cool. If you're just joining us here on Matt Connarton Unleashed, Amanda McCarthy is with us in studio. And Tom, I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Shubsda.
Shubsda.
Yes.
Okay, Tom Shubsda, of course, is here. And Eazy-G, our entertainment reporter, is at the news desk.
Yeah, I got something funny to say. I never.
You do?
Yeah, reading one of your posts, Amanda. I don't know if you saw it, because it's. Well, you probably saw it. And this lady I never heard of, she says, either it was before the gig or after the gig, she posted on your page. She said, "Guys," she says, "I can't believe it." She says, "I'm playing with Amanda McCarthy." I don't know if you saw that post. You see so many.
Oh.
I know you can't see them all.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Yeah, it was posted on one of your shows, and you were saying a while back that you get a show ready at one of the stops. Is that true?
Huh?
You get the gig going, you sign people up, or am I mixing that all up?
I don't know.
like,
do you understand the question, Amanda? Because I don't.
Like touring with other artists?
No, I think I read on your page that one of your stops in Nashville that you set it up, the gig that night, and you call people up.
Oh, like my writers' rounds?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
There was some lady that was on that night. She said, "I can't believe it." That Amanda called me up and I sang with her, and she was very excited.
Oh.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
The writers' round.
So they like exist sort of up here, but like not really. But down in Nashville, something that's really common is 3-4 writers will be on stage at the same time, and they'll be sitting all in a line, and they'll go down the line and take turns performing different songs, and it's just a whole different experience to listening to songwriters, and I think it just makes it a lot more special and collaborative.
Yeah.
And anyone who knows me up here knows that like I've always been interested in kind of holding the music community together and helping other musicians.
Yeah.
And that's something I wanted to bring to Nashville. And I didn't think I'd have the chance to do that as quickly as I did being a newbie there, but I was given the chance to start holding writers events, and I didn't expect the interest I got. I didn't think anyone would want to, just come play with some new kid, but turns out a lot of people just love to perform their songs. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
I ended up scoring a weekly gig, and I do it under the name Nashville Writers Collective.
Okay.
Because I just feel like that sounds cooler than Amanda McCarthy Songwriter Night.
Yeah. No,
So-
that's awesome. That's awesome. We have a call. We'll grab this. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this? Hello?
Oh no, the Phantom.
It's the Phantom. Nobody there? Probably.
Dun, dun, dun.
I got a
This is
question.
your car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. I'm sorry, Amanda or Tom. Now I know around here they probably have you do a lot of covers, but I bet down Nashville is different, right?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's not.
So there's more opportunity for original music,
Oh, good. I really like that stuff.
but the stuff that's paying my bills is still primarily cover based, which is
Really?
fine. I'm used to that. That's no big adjustment for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah. That was a good question, Eric. Well done.
That was a good question.
I didn't even write it down this time.
I know, right? Yeah, you're getting.
I thought about writing down some stuff, but I said I'm gonna not do that today.
All right. Very good. Amanda, would you like to play another song for us?
Sure.
All right. You're getting a lot of love in the Facebook live chat, by the way.
well.
Everyone's digging it.
Hello to everyone on Facebook. I can't see the comments, but
Yes. Yes.
I'm glad they're good.
Actually, let's. We have a call.
Phone's ringing out the hook.
Let's grab this. Somebody might have a question for you. Hi. Welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Matt, Ron, one more time, and I can take the answer off the air.
Sure.
'Cause, Eric sort of touched on it. I was going to ask her if she had enough material that maybe someday she could take on the big venues. And I also was wondering if she's ever been or does she ever go to the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
cool.
We'll let her answer that. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Those are good questions.
Yeah.
So-
you must have you've got a lot of material, right?
I definitely have enough material, and obviously it's constantly improving. I like to think some of the stuff that you might hear in the upcoming months is my better material. I actually did just go to the Grand Ole Opry. I did not perform there, but my brother did. If anyone knows my history, my brother has always been my lead guitar player. We're both musical. We're about the same age. We pretty much grew up together playing music. And he moved to Nashville shortly after I did, and almost immediately he got a chance to audition to be Clay Walker's guitar player.
Oh, yeah.
And they just played at the Grand Ole Opry, and
Oh, nice.
I actually flew back to Nashville for one day because I did not want to miss that show.
Yeah,
How'd
that's
it go?
awesome.
It was amazing. It
Lot
was
of
so
people?
cool.
Lot
Oh,
of
yeah. Sold out.
Yeah.
No way. How many people sold out?
About 4,000.
I think it was exactly 4,400, Which
yeah.
Oh,
which is
That was
wild considering the caliber of talent that goes in there. Because it was a 7-artist bill, and like it included Clay Walker and like Trisha Yearwood. Was it Carly Pierce that got inducted?
Carly Pierce got
Trisha
inducted.
Yearwood?
Yes, Trisha Yearwood
Yeah.
was there too.
wow. Very nice. Very nice.
Did you get good seats because you know the Mark McCarthy?
So normally he gets like comp tickets and stuff, but because it was the Grand Ole Opry, no one gets comp anything.
Right.
Oh.
So we did have to pay like full price, but I did have the advantage of knowing where on stage he was going to be, so I got seats right in front of him.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Wow, excellent.
Well, all right, Amanda, let's hear something. Whatever you wanna play.
All right. Is it time to make Eric cry?
Oh, it's always time to make Eric
That was
cry.
pretty good so far.
That's a big.
You have done good so far. I just figured I'd warn you.
Still early though.
Eric crying is a big hit around here. Our listeners,
no.
I even cried when Katie Thomas was on the air before she came on. She had a song on there, and I don't know why, but I teared up. I do for everybody.
Yeah, we even have it in the computer here.
I never thought I would hear crying become a fan favorite. That's a wow.
Yeah, people take great joy in Eric crying. Yeah, it just brings just makes everyone.
That wasn't even a classic one. It was on the Weekly Die-On. I just lost it.
Oh yeah, we won't play that one because
No,
that one
Peter-
goes on for like 10 minutes.
Peter,
Yeah.
Peter sometimes likes to play that.
Yeah.
It's torturing me.
All right, Amanda. The
Enough about me.
The floor is yours.
So this song is called San Diego. You already heard Tijuana if you've been listening since the start of the show. Tijuana was kind of the sequel to San Diego. San Diego's on the Road Trip album, and Tijuana was on the Road Trip B-Sides EP that came after. But this was the original song. This is San Diego. Another year goes by. You look me in the eye. We both know tomorrow comes anew, and I will come unglued, 'cause we both know when you take off in the morning, the rain will hide the light. If things had just been different, maybe we would win the fight. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, explore another universe just for you and me. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, take my hand on the boulevard, dance with me on the beach, where no one has a hold on me. You can be who you want to be, and nothing else would ever come between us and San Diego. How could I be so bold to fall for fool's gold? I didn't know you won't be back for me, like in the fantasy that I let go. When you call me in the afternoon, I'll say that I'm alright, but secretly I'll be here wishing that you might miss your flight. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, explore another universe just for you and me. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, take my hand on the boulevard, dance with me on the beach, where no one has a hold on me. You can be who you want to be, and nothing else would ever come between us and San Diego. So don't let go. I'll leave the life I know. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, explore another universe just for you and me. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, take my hand on the boulevard, dance with me on the beach, escape the demons from back home, start a new life on our own. Just say the word, you'll never be alone. If you wait for me in San Diego.
Very nice. Very nice.
Another crazy story. When I was in the hospital last year, you were on the New Hampshire Chronicle last August. Remember that?
Yeah.
You taped it a while back before that, though, right?
Yes, it was.
It was funny because when you were on, I started bawling. So the nurse came by. Are you okay? I said, "Oh, don't worry. I was happy tears."
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna. You looked like you were getting a little teary-eyed.
Yeah, I figured if I don't look at her, I'm looking at the wall. That was my secret.
Ah, very good, very good. All right.
Yeah, the nurse came by. Said, you okay? I said, oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, well, good.
Another crazy Amanda McCarthy. I have too many.
Yes, yes. Well, you're listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed. We are live from the studios of WMNH. Amanda McCarthy is here. Amanda McCarthy is here. And Tom Shubsda?
Yes.
I got it right? Oh,
Yes.
very good, very good. And, of course, Eazy-G is at the news desk.
Yeah, I can't tell this story enough. My father, he was watching the Dead Clocks Rock on New Year's Eve. It's probably like 6, 7 years ago. He said, yeah, I saw Amanda McCarthy on. I said, I don't think it was the one I knew. It was the other Amanda McCarthy. She was like the first singer on 8 o'clock. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Yeah.
How could you not have? You said you can't tell this story enough.
I guess
Oh wait, I remember you. I remember you telling me, but her websites don't say anything about having performed on.
Yeah, she was like on 8 o'clock. You know, nobody remembers who was on 8 o'clock.
I don't know.
She wasn't the headliner at 11:30 when the ball drops.
I feel like that would be in her bio though, like in her resume.
Oh, it could be a story my father messed up. You know, it sounds good. It sounds good when you say it, though, right?
I mean, if she did, congratulations.
Yeah.
Or there's a third mystery Amanda McCarthy.
There could be a third mystery Amanda McCarthy. There's
could
quite a
be.
few of us out
How does one
Yes.
get a gig on that show?
there. That's above my pay grade. I have no idea.
Even if you could come on 8 o'clock, that would be fun.
I would think you would know that, Eric. You're the one with all the power and influence.
We could start a trend like hashtag Amanda McCarthy Dick Clark New Year's Eve, and maybe they'll reach out to me.
Well, that
you
could-
are the only verified Amanda McCarthy, so that should help.
Last year, they had no fans in the building.
Right. Well,
I mean, outside. This year, I don't know
Yeah.
about this year, but I don't know.
I would do it even if there was no one there. I mean,
Wow, another phone
just
call.
to say I
huh?
did.
Oh, I agree.
we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, Matty, it's Gary.
Hey, Gary. How you doing, my friend?
I got a couple of questions for your guest. That's
Yeah.
really good music.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I agree.
What you got, Gary? Gary, you still there?
Um, Has she played down to Tootsie's Orchid Lounge or any of the lounges down on the row?
Yes.
Where are those, in Nashville?
Yeah, it's on Broadway in Nashville, which is the main music strip. I've done Tootsie's as well as some of the other venues owned by the same company.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
Broadway in Nashville. Yeah.
All right. You said you had a couple questions, Gary?
Oh,
Well, if you don't.
you get to see all the good old boys. Yeah. Do they still have Ernest Tubbs record shop where you can play too?
I haven't played there, but I believe the record shop is still there.
Is that the one next to Mellow Mushroom?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. All right.
Yeah, because they used to allow new talent come in and play.
Oh. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm a big country fan, so
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, all right, Gary. Sounds like we got another call coming in.
Yeah.
So thank you for the call, my friend. Always appreciate it.
but hey, your voice is great. Your voice is great, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. All right. Have a good day.
All
Bye-bye.
right. All right, Gary. Thanks for the call. Take care.
Sounds like a new fan.
Yes, yes, of course. Oh, by the way, so I played that. Here, we'll grab this call.
Wow.
I do want to mention the newest release. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Matt, Ron, one more time. Amanda, I don't think you didn't make Eric cry, but I bet you there's somebody out there that was wiping their eyes. That was a great song.
Thank you.
And I just want to ask, and I won't call anymore. I'd rather hear what you have to say than anything else. But truly, since you're a busy person trying to make a paycheck and connect the dots, do you have an agent? I mean, how do you find your gigs?
I work independently with a few booking agents. Up here, I worked very closely with Paul Costley and a few others. Down there, there's not as much of that. You don't see the whole booking agent thing down there unless it's big time stuff. But I did connect with one woman who has been helping me book some gigs, and I just give her 10% of whatever I make, which is nothing. That's totally fine by me, and she's been helping me out a lot.
Oh, very cool.
Right?
Very good.
Okay, thank you so much. And wherever you end up, it was great to hear you and speak with you.
Likewise, thank you so much.
All right, Ron, thanks for the
Bye-bye.
call. Bye-bye.
He's like, I got another new fan.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So this, the song I played earlier, Tijuana, that's from, I found this on Bandcamp, One More Road Trip, rather, the B-sides. So now these songs, are they songs that didn't necessarily fit on some of because you've got quite a few albums out or EPs. Are these songs that were kind of just didn't necessarily fit on any of the previous releases, or?
So right before Road Trip released, I went on a tour, and that tour just was my longest at the time, and it was a lot of inspiration for me. In that, Road Trip inspired a whole new batch of songs, and the album was about to come out. It's not like I could have put them on it.
Yeah.
And it was something I sat on through quarantine, and I'm a perfectionist, so I kind of held on to them for a while, and then I didn't release them because I thought I might have had a publishing deal, and that didn't pan out, which is fine. But then I was like, you know what, I can't just let these songs die, so I just kind of low-key released it, and just to complete the Road Trip chapter of my life. And
yeah, very good, very good. And do you have something new that's going to be coming out soon, or are you focusing more on performing live? Or
so I've got a few new things coming out. I just released an acoustic version of my song Idaho. That was the opening track of Road Trip, and I released an acoustic version of that to truly close the chapter. I am releasing a cover. I've never released a cover before.
Oh.
But and I haven't announced it yet because I'm just waiting to get the master back. But it's going to be a cover of Unanswered Prayers by Garth Brooks.
Okay.
And then towards the end of the month, one of my friends in Nashville, Sam Ferrara, she's actually going to be releasing a song that we wrote together, and I'm featured on the track with her.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I got a quick question. That I believe is a new Facebook friend of mine, Patrick Cream, is that his name?
Yes, Patrick Cream.
How do you get associated with that? Because the guy really seems to know what's going on with photos. Wow.
He's incredible. I think what happened was, if anyone knows the musician MB Padfield.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone knows MB.
Yeah.
She's a good friend of mine, and I saw a picture of her, and I liked it. And then I got a friend request from the photographer, and I'm like, okay. So he's just a huge supporter of local music. And then I guess he came to see me a few times. And one day I looked out into the audience, and he's real quiet. He doesn't always announce himself, but I looked out and I'm like, I think I know you. And just from there, he's just been a huge supporter of mine, right up there with Eric. And he's just super awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was great. He was taking all those photos.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing photographer.
I never seen so many photos of people that was really happy to see you that night. That was great.
That was a fun night.
That was like a homecoming.
Yes.
Even though it was cold outside, I said, I'm not going anywhere till 10 o'clock. I don't care. I'll freeze. That was cold, too.
Well, thank you for freezing.
Hey, remember we had a little discussion there before I left there about playing some special song before your time is up. So I think you could do that special song we talked about.
Oh, which one? There's a lot of special songs.
Oh, yeah. Which one, Eric?
I think this is one that Tom really likes.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, no.
It's.
I was thinking before your time is up.
Am I allowed to do a cover on this?
Can we not?
Yes, you're allowed to.
I feel like that'd be a waste of radio waves.
Well,
so I'll tell them the story at least.
Yeah, at least tell the story. That'll be fine.
So a song that I have to cover often, especially playing at country bars, is Chicken Fried by Zach Brown. Yep. And it is like one of Tom's least favorite songs of all time. But I am, I won't say what I really think, but I am a jerk, for lack of a better word. And every time I play a show, I'm like, this is Tom's favorite song in the whole wide world.
Yeah, you really got everybody going that night. It was great.
And then I played the other night at the 603 Bar and Grill, which used to be Panucci's. And everyone in the crowd videotaped me singing Chicken Fried and sent it to Tom.
Oh,
I got 13 different videos of the same song that night.
oh, that's
And
funny.
I was really upset because, you know, I was back in Nashville and I obviously wanted clips of Amanda singing, but not that one. Like, literally any
Oh,
other
man.
song.
That's great. Why do you hate the? Well, I don't know the song, but why do you hate it? Does
Yeah,
it just
true.
not?
Why do you hate it?
Oh, jeez.
You probably know the song. It's like, and a little bit of chicken fried.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know the song. Yeah.
I just think it's. I'm trying to speak real carefully in case, for some reason, someone in Zach Brown's team is listening to this.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. As your unofficial PR person, I can sum it up for you. He is such a fan of Zach Brown's discography as a whole
Yeah.
that one song getting all the attention he feels is a bit weaker compared to some of the songs people don't know as well.
Oh,
It's also like whenever I play on Broadway, especially when I'm not playing with Amanda, I'll have to play that song because if someone requests Zach Brown for some reason, that's the only song that anyone really knows, and it's like that's depressing to me because he has way better songs.
I can totally, I can actually relate to what you're saying because, so my all-time favorite band is Kiss.
Oh, yeah.
But as a Kiss fan, and any Kiss fan out there knows what I'm talking about, you always have to deal with those people who all they know is rock and roll all night. Mm-hmm. And I personally, I hate that song because so many people judge Kiss by that song. And I feel like most of their music is far better than that song. So I get what you're saying.
For me, it's Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
Yeah,
I love Miley Cyrus. I've loved her since she was Hannah Montana.
Me too.
Very talented, yeah.
And everyone just defaults to Party in
Yes.
the USA, and I don't like that song.
Yep.
But I have to sing it all the time.
You've gotten the climb
Yeah.
requested a couple of times, so at least that's a good song.
Yes, I'll sing
Yeah.
The Climb. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
There you
could
go.
you sing that one next?
Could I sing the new original I've got coming out?
Yeah, let's do
Oh, yeah.
that.
How does that work out now? You have to, your people have to call Garth Brooks, or how's that work?
DistroKid, which is where I go through for distribution, they have an option, where if it's a cover song, they'll take care of all the royalty hullabaloo for me.
Right.
So I don't really have to think about it, which is nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
But I was actually going to do the other new one, the one I wrote with my friend Sam Ferrara that I'm going to be featured on.
Oh,
Great.
cool.
Hey, real quick, can you tell Amanda real quick how you know that Nick Ferraro guy? She probably doesn't know that.
Oh, Nick. I used to be in a band with Nick.
What?
Yeah.
I like Nick Ferrero.
Yeah, we were in a band called Shadow Sanctuary. I think he was the youngest one in the band, and I was probably the oldest. But yeah, we were in a band together for a short time, because the way that band ended, or at least that version of the band ended, was there was a fight in the drummer's basement
Yep.
between the drummer and this other kid, who I can't remember the other kid's name. But Nick was playing lead, and the other kid also played lead, like they would trade leads. So the drummer attacked the other kid.
Oh, no.
And I say kid because he was about Nick's age, because they were so young at the time. This was like, 12, 13 years ago. And Nick got in between. The drummer was a big dude. I won't say his name, but a big guy. And the other guitar player was a little guy, and Nick jumped in the middle. So not only do I have tremendous respect for Nick as a musician because he's incredibly talented, but also just because he got in between this, he put himself in the middle of
Right,
this.
that was the end of that, right?
Of his, well, that was the end of my tenure in the band. I was like, yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
I had other bands, and I was in like 3 different bands at the time, and I
Weren't
was
you
like
300 bands?
I've been in, no, you're exaggerating. I've been in 128 different bands.
I kind of feel that
I was
way
going
too.
to say
'Cause
that sounds like
I
Tom.
was
Yeah.
I was in the Graniteers for a while.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I was their drummer on I was the drummer on the first EP actually that they
Oh.
released. Yeah.
Oh.
Or the first EP of the new incarnation. I guess there was a previous Graniteers incarnation, but I was in the Graniteers from 2019 through the very beginning of 2020. I ended up leaving because also like I was in other bands, and I could tell Nick really wanted to go all in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, like I'll record this stuff for you, and I figured it might be best for him to find a drummer that was a little more full time for him, which ended up working out because I moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there you go.
But
Yeah.
he's a really great guy.
We love him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Well, let's, this will be a good way to end the hour. If you want to play that song, and then we'll come back and wrap things up, because I do want to remind people, too, what you have for shows coming up here in New England while you're up here. But yeah, I'm anxious to hear this song. Remind us what it is that you're going to play.
So this song is called Get Out of My Town. My friend Sam Ferrara in Nashville, she is releasing this song. We wrote it about her experiences, but I'm a songwriter on the track, and I'm also featured on the track as a vocalist. So
and I also play drums on the track.
yes, and Tom did the drums for the track. And her ex-boyfriend decided to, so she's from Long Island, and her ex-boyfriend from Long Island decided to move to Nashville 8 minutes away from her house. So as you can imagine, that was quite a shock to her, and we wrote this song. It's called Get Out of My Town.
All right.
Between us, 7 numbers I just can't forget on my screen. Different paths and broken tracks led us off the same road. And somehow you found your way to Nashville, Tennessee. You said you're coming back for me. I said, won't you get out of my town? You know I'm not your puzzle piece. You're just another face in the crowd, trying to get her eyes out of me. You made your choice, I guess that's fine, but I'm done letting you hold my mind. I'm stepping off your merry-go-round, and it's time for you to get out of my town. Dolled up and playing at a show in the city. Lights out and I can hardly see what's in front of me. Double took and shook when you walked in the bar. I was speechless. Woozy stomach never felt so weak. Oh, but before you dared to speak, I said, won't you get out of my town? You know I'm not your puzzle piece. You're just another face in the crowd, trying to get her eyes out of me. You made your choice, I guess that's fine, but I'm done letting you hold my mind. I'm stepping off your merry-go-round, and it's time for you to get out of my town. I've had enough of your crap, and I'm not going back to whatever I thought we were before. You showed your true colors, so I showed you the door. And I said, won't you get out of my town? You know I'm not your puzzle piece. You're just another face in the crowd, trying to get her eyes out of me. You made your choice, I guess that's fine, but I'm done letting you hold my mind. I'm stepping off your merry-go-round. It's time for you to get out of my town. Get out of my town. You're no longer welcome in my town.
Very nice. Very
Hey,
nice.
Before you leave, I got a party and gift for you, Amanda.
Yes.
Oh, you have
For your unbirthday.
wow, Eazy-G. He loves to give
I got
gifts.
a water for you when you come on.
Oh, very nice.
Water, yeah. Stay
These-
hydrated.
Got a Mike Sudderth will be up in the second hour for
Right.
Tweakonomics, and
Take over
Eazy-G
his
has a
table.
water for him, and he's got a. Eric is presenting Amanda with a jack-o'-lantern. Very nice. It's never too early for Halloween, I suppose.
Oh, I put my Halloween decorations up today. I felt
Very good. And what's in there? It looks like there's.
Let's show everybody what you got.
Oh boy, very exciting. Let's see.
Beautiful hope, finding hope every day in a broken world. That sounds nice.
You ever heard of that guy,
Oh.
Matthew Kelly?
Matthew Kelly.
He is a preacher, and he talks about all good things in life.
Oh, well, very good.
H2O, always good.
Yes, it is.
Fall in
Yes.
spring, the best spring.
And it's cold too.
Wow. Yes. Eric wants to keep everyone hydrated, which I think is wonderful.
A cupcake.
Oh.
I'll have to share with Tom. It's
Yes,
very
it's-
chocolatey.
No,
Oh, I
it's
love
raspberry actually.
Ooh.
And let's plug where. So that's from Queen
Yeah,
City Cupcake.
Queen City
I assume?
Cupcakes.
Yes. Yes.
Queen City Cupcakes.
I think I gave you one before.
I always say there's nothing better on a hot day than a cupcake.
Yeah, that's right. There's no tasty over there.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Buy one scoop, get one free from the Granite State Candy Shop.
Yeah, before you leave town, get one
Oh
we
wow!
go.
Wow!
right down the street.
Yes, boy, you give her all kinds of stuff. Wow!
A pen.
Yeah, always use a pen. I thought.
Yeah, could
Where's
always
that
use
pen
a.
from?
The pen is from Manchester Inkling.
Oh,
Shout out to Stefan Philbrook. Wait, no. Yes, he writes for them,
Yes, he does.
as does Carol. Carol Robidoux.
Carol Robidoux.
He's
Yes.
the boss there. Yes.
Yes.
They have both featured me on there, so shout out to both of them.
Oh, excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
Carol's the best.
Very nice. Wow, it's like a bottomless jack-o'-lantern.
And then finally a card with a smiley face on it.
Oh.
And stickers.
Oh, wow. Boy, look at you, Eric. You really, you go all out.
You can't spoil. You can't spoil Amanda. Who can?
Well, Tom, that's his job,
Oh,
actually.
it's true. But once in a while, I can do it. He has a full time. I'm only very part time.
Well, that's okay. So what's can you share with us what he wrote, or is that
Yes.
private? Okay.
No, it's nice. It says, celebrating you. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good.
Oh,
May your day be filled with good things and happy moments, a special time of rejoicing in the unique and wonderful person God created in you. Happy unbirthday.
Yep.
LOL. Smiley face from Eazy-G.
wow. Very nice. Very nice. Well done,
I
Eric.
created quite a revolution on birthdays.
Right. Yes. A revolution.
Nobody really celebrates that.
That is true.
I've started a
I think
revolution.
I think you're literally the only one. Yes.
You know
Well, there
what?
you
I'm
go.
not going to say no to gifts and an unbirthday.
Yes. Very nice.
We're having a little get together for me later, which is probably like another kind of unbirthday. So today
wow.
will officially be known as my unbirthday.
Is this kind of like
Outstanding.
this kind of like Christian's December birthday?
Yes, I feel reborn.
Well, you know the Queen of England. She celebrates her birthday twice a year in case it rains. So,
In case it rains.
yes, she's the only one I know
Oh.
that celebrates it twice.
I thought maybe it was in case she dies because she's very old.
Yeah, she's never gonna die. So
Oh, I had no
Ooh.
idea.
she's almost like 100 years old. She's been the queen forever.
Yes. Well,
Long
that's
as
what
I've been alive.
I think Betty White's gonna outlive her.
Yeah, well, she'd be 100 next year. Yeah.
Who's gonna outlive her?
Betty White.
Oh, I hope so. I
Yeah,
hope
that was
so.
like-
You know what? That's my next Instagram poll. I run polls on my Instagram,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
and they get like a really like funny amount of traction, like
Yeah.
more traction than anything else I post. You know, it'll be like normal stuff like ranch or blue cheese, but like so many people always respond. And I'm gonna ask, who's gonna live longer, Betty White or the Queen?
Oh, well, very good.
Oh, good one.
Let's grab this call before we wrap up in case somebody might have a question for you. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Yeah, Matt, one more time, Ronnie. Hey, Eric, if you
Yeah.
got $1 in your pocket, you should pull it out and with that fancy pen, let her sign it, because that dollar someday might be worth a fortune.
I already have her science stuff. So I'm ahead of you there, Ron.
Okay.
You're ahead of us all, Eric. All right, very good.
I am her biggest fan.
Bye-bye.
All right, thanks, Ron. Bye-bye. Yes. All right. So, Amanda, please remind us, what have you got coming up for shows in the area while you're up here?
So I have 2 more shows before I leave. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, I will be at the Homestead in Merrimack from 6 to 9. And then on Thursday, I do believe this one is weather permitting, but I will be at Hudson, New Hampshire's Old Home Days with Tom playing as well from 5 to 9 p.m. And then I don't have details yet, but I will be back up here in October for a wedding, and I will have probably a one-night only thing sometime in October as well. So put October 16th on your calendar, and I hope to confirm whatever that will be soon.
Very nice. Very nice.
One night only. Wow.
And where should people go online to keep up with everything that you're doing?
AmandaMcCarthy.com will tell you everything. I'm also on every social media site, basically. If you type in Amanda McCarthy or Amanda Mick Music, like McDonald's, but Mick Music. My music is on Spotify, iTunes, Google, Amazon, and YouTube, and pretty much anywhere else you can find music and musicians. I'm probably there.
Hey, by the way, am I remembering this correctly? Did you have to fight for AmandaMcCarthy.com? Was there some kind of hassle in getting that domain that you talked about?
So the domain wasn't even owned by the other Amanda McCarthy. It was owned by what they call them domain sharks. They'll like look up people and try and like buy their names.
Yeah.
I had to pay $300 to acquire my own name.com.
Really?
Oh, wow.
You know, I got like Amanda McCarthy Music, Amanda McCarthy Official. Those were all cheap, but just the simple AmandaMcCarthy.com cost me, I think, when all was said and done, probably $350.
Wow, no kidding.
Wasn't there some kind of struggle when people were saying that you should use like a stage name, and you were saying
there was
another story, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Some people do the first name, middle name thing, and that's cool. That's not me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be Amanda McCarthy, and it was $300. I look at everything in gigs. That was like 1 to 2 gigs. I just forgot the money existed.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Oh yeah, it was from a business perspective. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
One last question before you hit the road. I remember reading one of your posts, and it says, I was wondering what gig that was. Where you said I got so much money in tips that I was all set for a while.
Oh my goodness.
What show was that, please?
So this was in Nashville. This was at the Gaylord Opryland Resort, and it's about as nice as it sounds. The base pay was already very good compared to some of the other stuff I do, but then I made almost double in tips. I walked away from that one show with $826.
Nice.
From singing my original music for 4 hours.
That's awesome.
It was the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced.
That must have been the top tips you ever received, I bet.
Oh, yes. That is the most money I've ever made at a show ever.
That's very
April
cool.
Cushman was rejoicing because somebody gave her a $100 tip this year.
Oh.
She deserves it.
No doubt
you go.
about it.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, Amanda, Tom, wonderful to see you both. This has been great. And what I'm going to do is, we're going to take a break, play a couple things, show some love to our sponsors, and then we're going to bring in Mike Sudderth for his weekly Tweakonomics segment in the second. Are you going to stick around for that, Eric, or do you have to go?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So Eazy-G is going to stick around. But wonderful to see you both. And Amanda, I'm going to play as we go to break, I want to play another song from your newest release, One More Trip, the B-Sides. What should I play? I'll let you pick it.
You're on Bandcamp, right?
Yes.
I think the last track is the Idaho acoustic version.
Idaho, the acoustic version. Yes. Yes. All right. So we'll go with that. So here it is. This is the acoustic version of Idaho from Amanda McCarthy's newest release, One More Road Trip, the B-Sides. And again, Amanda and Tom, thank you so much. And everybody stick around. Mike Sudderth is next in the second hour. And more Matt Connarton Unleashed coming up. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. We are into hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious, although very humid, downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org and on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. Of course, you can also go to my website, mattconnerton.com, for all of your live streaming options. Social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. And, of course, hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online and Tomorrow Radio. Today is Tuesday, August 10, 2021. And I do want to remind you all, of course, that we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street. Don't go there today because Monday and Tuesday is their weekend, but they are open Wednesday through Sunday. They have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. Thursday nights, they have trivia night hosted by the great Bill Cini. Friday nights, our friend Grant Lampton, who you might be familiar with. In fact, you might be familiar with him, you over there.
I'm very familiar.
Yes. He performs there every Friday night from 7 to 9 p.m. doing a residency there. So great food, great service, and a wonderful family that owns and operates it. And we're so honored and proud to have them as a sponsor. Of course, here at WMNH, also sponsored by Queen City Cabinetry in the historic Sunbeam Mall. Run by our great friend Mike Pelopita, who's a big supporter of all the shows here at WMNH, and of course CGI Business Solutions. And new this week to the station, congratulations again to Peter White of The Morning Show with Peter White. Adored Wi-Fi, now an official sponsor of that program and of WMNH. High-speed internet you'll love with a connection you can trust, now operating right here in Manchester, New Hampshire. So very cool. Peter brought that to our attention yesterday morning, and we're very excited about that. And if you're interested in sponsorship here at the station, get in touch with me. Shoot me an email, matt@mattconnerton.com, and we can talk about it. matt@mattconnerton.com. And Mike Sudderth is with us at the news desk. Hello, sir.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Can I get a volume boost over here, please?
On the headphones?
No, I've got my headphones. It's just sounds a little muffled.
Oh.
That's somewhat better. Maybe that was my fault.
Oh.
Anyway, hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Before, so.
Yeah.
What? Eazy-G is here as well.
They've had trouble with that mic before.
Yeah, that mic is wonky sometimes. I don't think it's the mic itself. I think it's something to do with the wiring. But it does every now and then. It doesn't happen consistently, which makes it difficult to ascertain what the problem might be. It's like when you know, if you have a car that makes a funny noise,
yes,
and then you bring it to the mechanic and you're like, my car's making a funny noise, and then when the mechanic starts it up and drives it around, it doesn't make the noise.
Well, don't worry, Matt. Tomorrow morning, Peter White's staff will get on it.
Oh, good. I didn't know that. Well,
you know about your staff?
Oh, well, I have my staff of technicians, of course.
Yeah, he has his own. He has many of them.
Oh, I had no idea. Wow, we should pool our resources and have one big giant staff of technicians.
Yeah, my mother can work on your transmission. So.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's very
She
exciting.
works on European cars because she's European.
Oh.
I got a question. How long have you known Amanda McCarthy?
I would say probably 3-4 years since I've kind of been beating the pavement out here playing guitar myself. I've noticed her out. The former Panucci's is where I kind of took notice of her and noticed that she has her ducks in a row, if you will. We can't say the other. She knows what she's doing, and she's got an amazing voice, and she's calm as she's so calm when she plays. And
yes.
Normally musicians who all musicians are self-conscious to some extent, and when I saw her play, I'm like, wow, she's relaxed. She's good at what she does, and she feels good doing it, and you can tell. And people can normally feel that, right? If you see a musician who is a nervous wreck, you can say, "Oh gosh, just relax," and everybody will enjoy it a heck of a lot more if we know you're relaxed. And when I saw her play, I knew she was relaxed, and she's she's a heck of a talent.
Yeah, I saw her play over the old Panucci's, the 603 Bar and Grill for 4 hours. It was like a homecoming. Everybody there loved their music, and that Project Cream was taking all the photos, and I felt like she was very loved that night. Yeah, by everybody there.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you missed it, Amanda McCarthy and Tom Shubsda, they were here during the first hour along with Eazy-G, and of course the archive will be up later on the website at WMNHradio.org or mattconnerton.com, so you'll be able to get that. Always nice to see Amanda. I've interviewed her many times over the years, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad she's coming back for one night only. I'll see if I can make that show, as long as it's not in Boston.
October, I think she said, right?
October 17th, I think.
Yeah.
And Eazy-G, you took some pictures. I look forward to you distributing those, and what platform you do.
Facebook.
Facebook? Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later, yeah.
Yeah, please do. And we'll get those out there. Great to see those guys.
Outstanding, yes. I actually saw, by the way, I'd never I don't know if the cameras picked it up for people watching online. I'd never seen Eric embrace someone before. And the hug that Eric gave Tom was the most awkward hug I've ever seen in my entire life.
I always refer to it as the TV hug.
I wish I had a picture of it.
Maybe Tom will call back into the show and explain that to us.
I don't try to hug anybody anymore since the pandemic. If somebody else goes, I mean, I'm vaxxed. If somebody else goes in for a hug, I'm fine with it. But I haven't initiated a hug, outside of my household for at least a year.
Yeah.
Hasn't that translated into like the handshake and the fist bump too? I know when Gonzo was here, it was last week. He gave me a fist bump, and then when he left, I like to shake hands, but I try not to think too much about it. And it made it awkward, like it was a half fist bump, half shake. And
I prefer the fist bump. I have shook on maybe 2 hands this year, but I find it awkward because I didn't do it for so long. But I do prefer this better.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. I've played in a lot of like metal bands where that's just what you do. You do the fist bump.
Oh my God,
it's very masculine. The fist bump,
Yeah. The bro hug is different.
Yes.
Yeah, I can remember when I first met Amanda McCarthy. She really didn't want anybody to she was just a little bit nervous at the beginning, and I think I might have told her a while back that I said, "Boy, you should let people know who you are." She goes, "Oh yeah, it's probably a good idea." And now look at her now.
Look at her now. She owes it all to you. You're her biggest promoter.
I do try.
Yes, you do.
I was going to ask that last question, but it's only so much time. But
yes.
I was going to ask her if anybody in Nashville hears me give her a date, and that's why they showed up.
Yes.
I'm thinking that's a long shot, though.
Well, let me. I want to get to Mike's segment, but let me give the.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Enough about me.
No worries. But I do want to give the numbers first, of course, 603-250-6007. If you'd like to enter the impending conversation, 603-250-6007. Also, of course, you can text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton, or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can always interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do is give us a call at 603-250-6007. Sometimes I get emails from Mike Doyle. He was here yesterday, if you missed it. A lot of very positive reviews on that show. I also do want to just say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat quickly. I see Stacy Lawton joins us.
Hey, Stacy.
Rocky Huber.
Hey, Rocky.
Melanie La Liberté. Mike Pelopita, of course, a top fan from Queen City Cabinetry.
Good old Mike.
Eazy-G, I see you're in the chat room.
I don't think I was.
Says you're in there.
Your phone's in the car and it's on.
I don't remember commenting. Wow, okay, wow. News to me.
Tom Blanchard, Jeff Nyan, Eazy-G's one-time nemesis.
Yeah, we used to hate each other. Not anymore, though.
I didn't know you actually hated. Wow, jeez.
Well, I don't know if it was for the radio, but we're friends now.
Eric Street is in the chat room with us. Let's see. And it's DJ Midas, of course, host of Late Night Delight here on WMNH. Charles Richardson of The Charles Richardson Show. By the way, congratulations to Charles. You can check out his show online. He's currently on Wednesdays and Friday nights, but he's also adding another day. He's going to be on Mondays as well. Yeah. Miriam Banish, who's a top fan, and is, I think, hanging out with Jenny as we speak.
Oh, good for her.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think we got... and Stefan Philbrook also in the chat room. Hello, Stefan. Let's... I want to get to Mike's segment. Let me...
a lot of people in there, Matt. Wow.
Cue up the music here.
Good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire. My name is Mike Sudderth. I do this little thing that Matt has allowed me to do called Tweakonomics. I put the tweak in economics, if you will. And I think you've heard the show before where that comes from. If not, feel free to dial in and we can explain it to you. But I try to talk about economics and the fun side of stuff. Sometimes politics dribbles into that, and we fight that off tooth and nail if we can.
Well, you do. I don't mind getting.
Okay. Well, then let's do that. And the one thing that did dribble into my mind this afternoon does get political. So bring it on. So the first thing I'd like to say is, well, I do want to bring up, thank you, Amanda McCarthy and Tom, for being here. I hadn't seen them and didn't expect it. Eazy-G gave me a message today. I was dozing off at work this afternoon, and I was dozing off at work this afternoon, and I got a message from Eazy-G. Said, "Hey, Mike, Amanda and Tom are going to be here. Could you be here at 4?" And I said, "Yes, I can." So I dashed home and took a quick shower and got myself here, changed out of my my outfit, the uniform, as they say. I do not have a uniform with my name on it, but I'm supposed to have it. But anyway,
oh, hold that thought, Mike. We
Yes,
have
sir. Yes,
we
sir.
have a call here.
Busy
We'll
phone line.
grab this. Yes. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Ridley, okay to change the subject?
Quickly, Dave. What do you have quickly? Because I want to get to Mike's segment. Is it
okay.
is it related to economics?
Not really.
go ahead.
Go ahead. What you got?
Trial tomorrow in Concord District Court, I believe.
Oh.
Rochelle Kelly on trial for letting her kids play on a she let her kids play on a playground that was yellow taped.
Yeah.
For the COVID
Gotcha.
pandemic,
Yes.
and when the police arrived to stop her from letting her kids play, she yelled at them, and then they came for her a few months later, and she's on trial tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably get dismissed.
What's the violation? Insubordination or?
Yeah. What are
I'm
they
not
actually?
sure what the charge is. I was thinking it was criminal trespass or something, but I'm not sure what the charge was.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's foolish.
The details are at forum.shiresociety.com.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah, I did see something about that in the news, and plus I remember you talking about that before. All right. Very good. Very good. All right, Dave. Give the Ridley Report a plug if you'd like.
RidleyReport.com. Thanks.
All right, Dave. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Well done.
Bye.
All right,
Well,
Dave Ridley.
That was the smallest segment I've ever seen him be on the air for, like 1 minute.
Well, I gotta say, Dave is very respectful. If we're
He is.
if we're in the middle of something else and I indicate that to him, he's very brief. So
Wow.
he can be. Sometimes I just let him go. It depends.
Right,
On
nothing else going on.
depends
yeah.
on what we're doing. But
True.
But no, he's always respectful if I indicate that brevity is. And Stefan Philbrook is very grateful for that.
Oh, there you go,
in the
Stefan.
chat room. Yes.
For running him off that quickly.
Yeah, Stefan is not a fan of the Ridley.
Ouch.
But
I'm not really either, to be honest with you.
oh well. How about you, Mike? You like the Ridley?
I'm not aware of the Ridley.
There
so
you go. You'll grow to hate him.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I like Dave.
No, as I grow to find out about the community here, I've had nothing but good things happen to me. So
that's
I
good.
look forward to doing that. So let me bring up the one subject that raced through my mind here earlier today, and I am all right. So let's get political. Could I have the news stuff again, please?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because this is a big one. I'm going to do it once, and I'm going to try to stay away for a couple of weeks on the stuff. So here's a. Let's get political.
There you go.
So, as some as you may know, and it's not important actually, but some of us lean to the right, some of us lean to the left. I tend to lean to the right when it comes to economics and numbers and things like that. But I tell you what,
By the way, not to interrupt, a Harlem Shuffle by the Rolling Stones popped into my head when you said that. Go ahead.
the Harlem Shuffle, I like it. Is that like the Chinatown Shuffle?
No, because it's like,
Oh, come on,
move to
do
the left,
Harlem.
move to the right.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for not keeping it political. But as I look at numbers, and like everybody thinks in their own mind that they may be right as far as those beliefs. But I had always been a skeptical, so to speak, when they said, "Hey, let's talk about a minimum wage. Let's talk about $15 an hour for everybody." Okay, and depending on where you are in your strata of a career or a job or how you pay your bills, you say, "Well, that's right, wrong, or indifferent." But there are a couple. I think it's Home Depot and Walmart, I believe it is, has instituted $15 an hour entry level wage. Bang, that's it.
Yep.
So if you come along and you are, sweeping the parking lot, or if you're restocking shelves or whatever, the entry level is $15. They instituted that without a government, pushing them to do it. And I think that's a cool thing. And I didn't believe that before, and I love it when I'm wrong. I saw a bumper sticker the other day that says, "I love it when I'm right." I actually love it when I'm wrong. You
and I are of like mind on that because when you change your mind about something,
Yes.
and you're open to changing your mind
Yes.
about something, for me, it's an endorphin rush because
Absolutely.
it's like, oh, my mind still works. I'm capable of taking in new information and new data. And
Amen,
then,
brother.
and then changing my mind.
Amen.
Like I'm not locked in. It's so much better to.
And it's cool how it's happening that I'm getting older, because a lot of stuff is I'm more stuck in the same place.
That's what happens.
And a lot of stuff I'm okay with that, like musically, when I grow musically, like I found out about Iron Maiden a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And people are like, you didn't know about Iron Maiden? I'm like, nope, wasn't my cup of tea. From what little I heard about it, somebody said, sit down, listen to this, watch this.
I got a
and
question.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
About a month ago, it was either King, but I always call it King Burger, as my meme called it that. King Burger or McDonald's. Everybody in
King Burger?
Everybody in the staff walked out. Did you hear about that?
No.
It was all over wages, and they said goodbye, more or less, blank you, and they left.
Oh, well.
Over a minimum wage?
It was over money, yeah.
Yep.
They weren't getting paid enough.
People are quitting.
So anyway, I was turned on that, at least personally here in my brain, like Matt had talked about in endorphin rush, that like, you know what, that's pretty cool. They're saying anybody who comes to work here, $15 an hour. That was great.
Wow.
So as I was drilling through the Wall Street Journal here the other day, Goldman Sachs has done somewhat the same thing. All of their new analysts make $110,000 a year. From $95,000, they've stepped up, and they're going to give them all $110,000 a
Wow.
year. Yeah, pretty cool. So,
definitely.
while I sit and as I lean to the right sometimes, I'm like, hey, if you're worth it and your productivity is worth it, you're going to get paid, and they shouldn't just give any Tom, Dick, Harry, and Mary a flat wage when they come in, as sometimes the left is pushed for. The economy, if it can support it, is not in that bad a shape. And I was the first one here with the switch of our last administration to say that, well, the economy is going to go to pot. But, if wages are keeping up with inflation that we've talked about here before, and really the pulse on that is more your Home Depots and your King Burgers and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, man. If I imagine myself as, okay, I just got out of high school and I have to go get a job, I'm going to go to King Burger and get $15 an hour, or Home Depot. That lets me know, as an economic-minded guy and somewhat educated in that field, that things are actually okay. Now, inflation is bouncing along in the upward direction here, so that you can say that's essential. But at the moment, to have a $900 phone or a $900 cable service, $15 an hour, I think it was a good thing. And as Matt mentioned, I kind of grew a little bit. It's like the Grinch.
Yeah.
Still, my heart grew 2 sizes that day.
I guess I say about prices. I really tend to buy the same thing at Market Basket, and I noticed the butter tub is gluten-free, dairy-free. It went up 70 cents.
Yep.
The last time I bought it was $3.29 forever, and now it's $3.99. That's a pretty good increase.
We could go on another 3 hours with this show in that direction, my friend. Have you looked at
It's
me?
the same item though. It's not smaller or anything, because they tend to do that. They shrink the product, and they higher the price. Ice cream, and cereal, and
Yep. Yeah. No, and everything's
it's a way to
going
make
that
money.
direction. Yep. I had a. Have y'all? This is the time, and forgive me for being completely scattered here. Here is my shameless marketing plug of the day: is Shelby's Restaurant on Mammoth Road here in Manchester. Good old Shelby's. They have great pizza. They have a nice little bar. It's a neat little place, but they had a sticker on the menu. All meat items have a $2 surcharge.
No kidding.
Yep. So if you want a steak and cheese, and it says $13 for a steak, cheese, and fries, it's $15.
Interesting.
Yeah, 15. Okay. I was never much good at math, but and I was an economist. But it was playing there like $15. So my Reuben, which is corned beef and Thousand Island dressing and sauerkraut, is was normally $12. It was $14. A $2 meat surcharge there.
Wow.
Yeah. So things are going to keep bouncing in that direction. Is it temporary? We'll see. Everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
You talk about a dime for a cup of coffee when we were kids, and certainly that's not the case anymore.
Right.
Some subtle inflation is always going to be with us when our kids are our age. They will talk about, Dad bought a house for $160,000. I had to pay $500,000 for my apartment. So
I know. I saw online today a local restaurant in Manchester went out of business today because they didn't have enough people to work there. Very sad.
Wow. I know that there's places that are cutting back their hours for that
This
reason.
place closed their doors.
No kidding.
Yeah, not enough help.
Do you remember who it was?
It's a pizza joint right here in Manchester.
Oh, wow.
It was on the online, so anybody could find it.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. What a shame.
No, that is. But yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm glad you brought this up, Mike, because now I'm someone who I think by most people's standards, I lean left, but I was never wild. I've never been wild about the Fight for 15 movement because, you know, I talk a lot about, and longtime listeners know this about me. I get frustrated with what I see. You know, I always say it's very difficult to go out into the world every day and do business and not encounter people who seem to have very little work ethic.
Yes.
So I've always been skeptical about, you know, we're just going to, because, you know, people will make the argument that, well, Matt, if you pay people $15 an hour, everyone will work harder and they'll care about their jobs more,
No.
which I'm very skeptical about.
I am as well.
But I've also, on top of that, been thinking with the current situation, with there being such a labor shortage, won't this kind of begin to, and maybe what you brought up, maybe we're seeing the beginnings of it, won't this happen organically anyway? Why does the government need to even, don't get me wrong, I do think the federal minimum wage should be higher than $7.25 an hour. That I definitely think, but to just go to 15, I think is crazy.
I think we're the only state in the New England states at 7.25. I think everybody else has gone up, right?
Well, that's true. Individual states have their own minimum wage that's higher. New Hampshire does not.
We're the last one, I think, out of the New England states that has that.
That's true, Eric. I think you're right about that. But
we're a stickler for the cheap pay.
Yeah, yeah.
But you think about it, though, not so many people make that low wage anyways.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what the job is where you only literally make.
Well, I worked at Fisher
$7.25.
Cats a couple years ago, and I only made minimum wage.
Yeah,
But it's a very temporary job, though. You know,
right.
Sometimes you're there for 2 weeks, and then they're gone for 10 days, and guess what? You don't get paid.
Yeah.
It's a good job, but it isn't, unfortunately.
What tickled me about this fit, and I want to say it was Home Depot, somebody calling, correct me if I'm wrong, and Walmart that did this, $15 across the board, whether it's our Seattle store or our Manchester, New Hampshire store.
Amazon's doing this too, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are. But as a champion of the free market and capitalism, it's cool to see the company do that and not see the local constabulary or whoever or government or federal government say this is what you must do.
Right.
It's the company that is making that decision, and that's kind of what made my heart sing a little bit, or made me take notice. I don't know that my heart.
I know
sang,
some places
but-
are paying for your full schooling now.
Oh yeah, there's
And I know if you want to join the bus, drive a bus, they give you a $3,000 sign-on bonus
yeah,
because
that
they're really low on help.
yeah, it's incredible.
Two of my friends do it, but they need a lot more than two of my friends to do it. They need more and more.
Yep. And when the company does that, that's what I like to see. You know, I don't like, and you know, I love our city legislators and aldermen and governor and all these other folks. There's some folks I adore, some folks I don't. It's great when you're able to keep that separate and say, well, you know what? Amazon said this. Jeff Bezos said this. I'm going to do this in a certain direction. That really kind of tickled me. That all right, well, this is how free market works. If they couldn't afford to do it and business wasn't good, they wouldn't do it. If who's this? The Manchester Transit Authority who's offering the bonus, or is it?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, whoever they are, they can afford to do it.
It could be.
And you know, lots of folks are offering. I know where I do my little part-time job outside of being rich and famous as a musician, is offering a $500 bonus, which they just instituted after they hired me. But no kidding, dude. No kidding.
Wow, yeah.
But I think I get a $100 referral bonus if any of you guys would like to talk to me after the show, coming to work where I work part time.
Right.
I get $100 out of it. You get $500 out of it, and of course I'll ask you for an additional $50 for getting the 500. So I get $150. You get $450. But they can afford to do that, and that's you know, capitalism wise, to think very broadly. That's how the wheels turn, man, and that's how it ticks. If they can afford to give you a $3,000 sign-on bonus and pay you a decent wage, then that may pull you away from working at Home Depot or at the movie theater or whatever. That type broad economic stuff is fascinating stuff to me, and it's why I come here and bore you guys to death with it.
Well, you look at the people that just here, Amanda and Tom. They say, well, you really can't make it this singing or drumming, but if you're really good at it, you get your gigs out there and you get your name out there.
Yeah,
and
they
you
are.
work hard.
They are making it.
You can make a lot of money in the business.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you write songs for people, and that every time they sell a CD or record, you get a little percentage of that, and that's how you really can make money.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was
So kudos to them. Wow.
I was really happy to hear her say, I'm doing this full time.
Tom too.
I bounced that around in my head like, gosh, I'd really love to be able to do this full time. I will be honest with everybody in the room and outside of the room that I don't make enough money to, pay all the bills that land in my mailbox every month by doing my little Grant Lampton thing here and there, or even the Mike Sudderth thing over there, or whatever. But the fact that she was able to support herself and Tom is as well. Are they together, by the way? I don't know if this is the platform to talk about.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we actually did talk about that because
Amanda's got I think she's a 6 or 7 year old daughter, so that's her number one job right there.
Okay. Well, I don't know her that well then, but
I haven't seen her daughter in years.
If they're able to keep the lights on and pay the dish TV bill or whatever, the T-Mobile bill by playing music, that's pretty incredible stuff to me. I'd always treat it as a hobby, and I get some good pocket money out of it and a couple of free beers here and there. But I can tell you that I wouldn't be able to keep Wells Fargo's mortgage payment satisfied by playing once a week.
I was very happy to hear that Tom had 44 gigs last month. It's like, wow, that's like every day of the week he was gigging.
That's cool.
And that's how you make the money.
It was interesting that she said that the paying gigs are covers, at least at this point for her. She's a legitimate singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
So I think at some point, and she's a young person, maybe when she's my age, she'll be able to fly doing this, singing originals. But, I that really resonated with me because I have a pocket full of originals. I almost think people would not want to hear them, and I don't play them very often, so people don't hear them. I play a lot of covers, and I get paid decently for playing covers. But you have to be able to play those covers and play the originals. And once you get into the singer-songwriting thing, like you said, getting royalties, I guess is what you call it, is where the big money comes in. But that gap in between is ginormous.
I've known bands, and I've been in a lot of bands. I've never been in a cover band, but I've known a lot of bands, and I'm sure you have too, that will actually play under two different names. Mm-hmm. Where they have one name for the band when they go out and play shows where they get to do original music, and then they use a different name for when they play the cover shows where they actually get paid.
Yep.
Because when you're in a band and you're like I've been in metal bands where it's like there was no it was a lot of free shows.
Yeah. And pay to play. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Like you had to sell tickets at the beach.
Vividly. I never did that, but
I remember when Amanda posted this a couple of years ago now, and next time she's in the house, I'll bring this up. She says, I don't really want to be famous anymore. I just want to be happy.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Yep. So that really resonated to me.
Well, that's what we all want, is to be happy.
Not everybody does that, though. Not everybody does that, though.
What, is happy?
They just work at their job. My job sucks. My life sucks. And they're so negative all the time. And you don't really see that from her.
Right.
She puts out maybe a personal life. Sometimes she has issues, but her personality is always happy.
Yes.
I will tell you the most money that I ever made, and it was in a band, and we were a cover band. We were a Grateful Dead cover band. If anybody remembers the Elastic Waistband.
No.
We played one gig. They paid us $1,000, dude. Of course, there were 6 of us.
Yeah.
And it took us, it took us 6 hours to set up all the equipment and the Leslie rotating speakers and everything and all this, and everybody went home with $100 or something.
Yeah.
But they paid us big money, but we didn't go in there and say, well, I wrote this about my girlfriend who broke my heart. We got up there and played Jerry Garcia's songs and, riding that train, blah, blah, blah. People wanted to hear that, and the club owner was able to sell $10 at the door and all that. So that's where the money came from. What I do now, I don't advertise that I play covers, although that's about 85% of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
but I'll remember until I get that $1,000 paycheck again. I'll remember the most money I ever made was singing somebody else's music for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy to hear this. He says, well, that lady that helps me out, in case we send gigs, she wants 10%. He goes, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of artists would say that. So it tells me she's doing very well.
Well, I mean,
10% is a lot. It's a good chunk of money.
Well, actually, I mean, most booking agents charge 15, so she's...
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about the business as far as behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know more than I do.
Yes.
So 15 is usually the number they're looking at?
Yeah. So 10 is low.
Okay.
10 is low.
Yeah, 10 is low. I know Paul Costley, who Miss Amanda had mentioned, is in the 15% range.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was one of the guys very early on that I knew. He made a living as a booking agent.
Yeah.
And he was also a heck of a drummer. If you ever.
Oh, really?
Do you remember the Grinning Lizards?
No.
I don't.
That was Paul Costley's band ages and ages ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was with the Grinning Lizards, and then I think he, correct me if I'm wrong out there, Radio Land, but he switched to being an agent.
Yep.
And was able to take 15%, sending other people out to work.
Yep. Not so costly. Is it
Productions?
Productions.
Not
Yeah.
so costly productions. And,
Yep.
He did do a thing for a while with Nate Comp and some other people.
Oh yes. Was it Decomp? Is that the name of the project?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Nate Comp's an incredible musician. One of the people that I remember when I first listened to him play. I was walking through a club and I was like, gosh, like the guy was really, 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 really talented. And I see things through a different lens as a musician. My wife at the time was probably like, yeah, he's great. He's got long hair. He's a nice looking guy. And I'm like, no, listen to the way he plays the bass. The guy is somewhat phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had played with Paul for a while. It wasn't the Grinning Lizards. It was what you said.
Decomp?
Decomp, I think. Like decomposition.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of time. Somebody sees her at one of her shows and she'll be signed by somebody. She's that good, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's just a matter of time.
But we live in an era where getting signed isn't even necessarily the goal. I mean, you can build a following online, and actually you have to get. See, that's the thing about the music business now. Mm-hmm. You have to do that anyway to get signed. But if you build a large enough following online, and now it's all about downloads and streams, in addition to selling the live experience, which the pandemic kind of derailed for a while there, but. To even get signed by a label, they want you to already have done the work. There's no such thing as, artist development anymore and all that.
And it's bizarre how quickly it fell apart and turned it into this new, what do they call it? Paradigm, I guess, for lack of a better word. A new MO that, I'm old enough that I grew up. They're like, oh, well, go to Nashville or, we'll go to Chicago and we'll get discovered and something will happen. Mm-hmm. Now it's, you've got to make something happen and then you'll get noticed.
Right. Right.
And I'm all at sea with that. I really am.
Are you?
Yeah, because I grew up in an era of, well, if I put myself out there, somebody's going to notice me.
Yeah.
And they'll take care of the rest. I'm a musician. So now you've got to be a business person, an IT freak, and you've got to have your fingers in a lot of pots where it's just not like I heard this person sing and we're going to make money off them.
Right.
She does all the social media by herself.
Oh yeah. She's I mean that's a big part of her success.
Oh God.
Is understanding social media and
did
being
you ever
able
tell
to...
Mike Sutter that story about how to get successful in doing a podcast?
What story?
The guy there, he had a famous name and he already had.
Oh.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla.
Yeah. You ever tell Mike Sutter about that?
Oh, I don't think we've talked about that. No.
I don't believe we have.
What Eric is talking about is
a good story.
Well, Crazy Joe used to call wanting to know how to be successful, how to be famous.
Yep.
I noticed when I mentioned Crazy Joe, you put the clown nose on. Hopefully he's listening, but
or watching.
Yes, or watching and watching. But Joe asked me once, how do you be successful as a podcaster? How do you get famous? And I'm like, well, first of all, if I knew the answer to that, and if it was that simple, I would be famous.
And you wouldn't tell him,
right? And I wouldn't tell him. That's
of course
true.
not.
That's true. But what Eric is referring to is I read. This was years ago when Adam Carolla, and he's still very successful with his podcast,
Yes,
the Adam Carolla Show. But Adam Carolla was the first guy to leave radio and go into strictly podcasting and to reach 1 million downloads and be very successful, and to prove that you could actually be successful strictly online as a podcaster without being on FM radio. And somebody asked Adam Carolla in an interview once, because now there's so many podcasts, but even then, because he was the #1 guy at the time. Now it's clearly Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is the #1 guy. But Carolla's probably still in the top 10 as far as podcasts. But somebody asked him in an interview, what's the secret? How do you have a successful podcast? And his answer was, already be famous.
Yes.
Because if you're already famous, you're going to have an audience. If you're not already famous, it's going to be a long, slow grind.
Of course.
You know, and that's what I tried to tell Crazy Joe. Of course, Crazy Joe didn't get it.
He's crazy.
He's crazy, yeah. But
I mean, to be famous, and I mean, I don't know if they're two different things. Where does the income stream come from? Is it advertising sales?
Yes, basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus, you know, if you have a successful YouTube channel, you monetize the YouTube channel, so then you get money via YouTube, which is actually how a lot of these guys do it. We have the windows open here, everybody. It's a hot day, but it's very humid. But yeah, it's hard, you know. But the thing is, with the music industry, it's I think it's easier in some ways now and harder in others. It's easier in the sense that if you are savvy enough about social media, or you know people who are, or you can hire people who are, and other ways of marketing online, it's a more level playing field in a sense, because you don't have to have a record company. And that's what I was saying earlier. You don't have to have a record company show up with the big contract, you know, that $1 million deal. Of course, you end up having to pay a lot of that back through recoupment anyway. That's a whole other discussion. But
yes.
You don't necessarily need that. You can actually, I mean, you know, there's people who've gone viral with their music without any help. They've just been able to do it on their own. And that exists now, whereas that didn't exist before. So it's easier in that sense. It's a more of a level playing field in a certain regard. On the other hand, it's harder in the sense that, like Dirk Don from Arrogant Media, he says this about podcasting, but it applies to the music industry as well. He says when you start a new podcast, it's like peeing in an ocean of pee.
Yeah.
Because there's already so much content.
Oh, man.
And it's the same thing with the music industry. You know, yes, you might go viral with your music without the help of a company, a music label or some other company. You might, but you're competing with, not only are you now competing with all the other music that's out there,
yes,
you're competing with, you know, a YouTube video of adorable kittens, or, you know, or whatever else is out there that people might be paying attention to. Your competition literally is the entire rest of the internet.
Yeah. And that's, you know, that's ginormous, you know, it's, and it's frustrating, you know, to use my silly little self as an example, you know, where do I begin to start? It took me a year to get together a bio and something to send. So if you say, hey, my brother owns a bar in Connecticut, can you send him something? It took me a long time to just get my head around that.
Yeah.
I was just used to, hey, my brother owns a bar in Connecticut, can you play Saturday? Yeah, I'm happy to, I'll go down and play. But to actually cultivate business, you know, do the marketing side of it. And my undergrad's in marketing. And I said, well, what do? Do I put together a cassette? A mixtape? Yeah, I'm 55, so I did mixtapes. Like, yeah, well, we'll put together a tape. Send them a tape and a 8x10 glossy black and white picture, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's, you know, do you have content?
It's all digital.
They've got stuff now, and you have to pay for it. Like dear Amanda, who said she had to pay $300 to get her own .com name.
Yeah.
I'm looking at something now that it's a business card. And you send somebody a business card and they swipe it on their phone.
Yep.
And it has 3 songs on it, a couple of pictures of you, and a bio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet she has that. I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. Probably.
I was like,
yeah. I
okay,
know.
well, I guess I should get them. So I looked into it, and they're like, all right, so for $300, you can get 60 of them.
Yeah.
So that seemed real pricey to me. And I don't like the pay-to-play thing, but if that's what it is, but I'm underneath my feet is so squishy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that, like, do I invest in this, and do I send out these 60 cards for $300 and people are like, great, or do they say, oh, a nice business card and throw it in the trash, or do they swipe it on their phone? It's a real leap of faith. But the platform's there, man.
It is, yeah.
if somebody's expecting that and wants that, you got to have it in hand.
I wish we had more time because this is a great conversation, but we're out of time.
Oh, no, already?
Mike Sudderth, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, man. I appreciate being here.
You'll be Friday night at the Hop Knot as
Friday
Grant
night,
Lampton?
I will be right across the street as I can see it, playing for Kenny and Jesse and his girlfriend Morgan, who has replaced Trudy in the kitchen, and they're all great people and super nice.
Trudy's not there no more?
That's my understanding, yes. She has moved on to other things.
Oh, wow.
Is my understanding.
She's still part of that commercial.
She is.
Yes,
you can still hear her sweet
She always
voice.
live in the commercial.
That's right.
Always live
sorry
in
to
the
hear that.
commercial.
Wow.
That's right.
Breaking news.
Eazy-G, thank you so much.
Yeah, real quick about Amanda.
Real quick.
She posted one time, she goes, if there's one person or 100,000 people, you need to perform excellent every night.
That's
No
right.
matter who's in the audience.
Treat every show like it's Madison Square Garden.
Right.
She is excellent.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amanda and Tom. And if you missed any part of today's show, it'll be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org. And that's it for us for now. Thanks, everybody. Talk
Thanks,
at you later.
Manchester. Ciao.